Please welcome the beautiful Kristin Davis, everybody.
Thank you.
You aren't you lovely?
Well, thank you so much. Aren't you lovely?
Well, thank you so much.
Tear those questions up.
We don't need those questions. I don't need people to tell me how to talk to a beautiful woman.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately, my hand is frozen above my head.
I like it. Keep it there.
Can you flamenco?
No.
Hey, congratulations on the movie.
you.
That's fantastic.
It's shocking and very exciting.
I don't think it's shocking. I always
Well, you're
said...
adorable.
Good. I
Thank
said,
you.
no, ladies will go and see this movie. And gentlemen, too? Not really, yes?
No, gentlemen, too.
Really?
Mostly on Saturday night, date night. And I was
Right.
saying to some of my younger straight guys, I was like, you know, if I were a guy, I'd be going to that movie because you're going to have a lot of single women choices, you know.
Yeah, but if you're a single straight guy going to that movie, a lot of single women are going to think you're gay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Girl, come on.
They'd be very impressed with you. They'd be very impressed with you if you were there because you'd be there, like, to learn. And
Not
to...
me. They'd be like, why is the creepy old Scottish Conan guy
Oh, no.
there? Yes, they would.
We want the men to go. Come on.
No. Well, you know what? You have to put in a guy with a hat and a whip. Which...
To get the men into the theater? I don't understand exactly what you're saying.
Neither do I, actually. Hey, but it's lovely, and you get all the publicity all over the place. Everyone's
We
talking.
worked very hard on the whole publicity, and you know, there was this point where everybody was like, oh, you know what? It's all hype, it's all hype. I mean, there were really people who said that we were not going to be that successful, and I just think it's very much... you know, the people who do these kind of prognostications not taking the female...
Prognostications?
Yes. They don't
Does that mean eating bugs or something like that?
Yes, they stir and they look at the... Yes, what I don't know what they do, but they thought that we would be, like, semi-successful.
Right.
And I think that's because they just don't take the female consumer seriously. And I think that that's what...
That's the mistake.
Yes,
if you underestimate the ladies, you're going to end up brutally injured.
And luckily the ladies are on our side.
Yes,
so it's pretty exciting for us.
I know, they are, absolutely. You know, there's a lot of responsibility comes with being in this cast, though, because they always look to you to be the women who are, you know, leading the way for the shoe dress army or something.
This is true.
You know.
This is true. I went out to dinner on Friday night in my neighborhood in New York, which is a really not hip neighborhood, and I thought, you know, I put on my hat, I went out to dinner, everything would be fine.
What hat did you put on? Was it a big Kentucky Derby hat?
No, Greg,
right.
It was like a don't look at me hat.
Right.
So I go out to dinner. We didn't know yet quite, you know, what the weekend was going to turn into, and I saw these big groups of women on Columbus Avenue, like uptown, in their shoes, like packs.
It's Columbus Avenue. You sure they were women?
Yes, stop, my God. They were women, and they were in packs, and I was like, there they are. Those are our fans. Like
clickety
yes,
click. Yeah, I know.
Blocks of like groups, and I was like, oh my God, I've got to hide because I was so badly dressed.
Right.
That I was really worried that they would see me.
But what about all the other stuff? I mean, like, you know, the behavior of the characters on the show is seen as role models and stuff like that. Is that true? Do you see yourself as
I shy away from that. You know, the whole role model icon business is overwhelming.
Well, there has been a lot of scuttlebutt in the press about you being sober and stuff like that as well, isn't it? I mean, is that something that you're...
It's interesting. It's very interesting because I've been sober for a long time. I was sober before I got famous, thank God, because I really fear for these girls and men, everybody who's
I
struggling.
used to, you know.
I do know, and I really love when you talk about it. I know. Well, once you say one word about it, for some reason, it's like fresh new news. It's quite dramatic.
That's why I don't understand it.
I know.
It's not like, you know what I think it is? I've got a theory about this.
Tell me.
Most people that are reporting on this stuff, tabloid journalists in both television and the media, they're all drunks. So what happens is, I'm not really kidding. So what happens is they're like, oh yeah, I couldn't handle your drink, and they're like burst sofas, these people. They're like, oh diva, you look terrible, And I think basically it's you hold a mirror up to them a little bit and they don't like it. I think that's what happens.
I think that's an interesting theory, and I'm glad that you said it. And
not you,
because I'd be in some trouble. But you know, I've never not talked about it, but like every once in a while that it will resurface in this really strange like headline-making way, and I'm always like, well, okay. I mean, I'm fine with talking about it. I'm really happy to be sober, and it's like it's a day-by-day thing that you kind of feel connected to everybody else who is struggling with it.
Would you mind if I asked you what you drank?
Oh, well. I Champagne was up there.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
young.
me too.
I was young. Scotch.
Scotch, thank you.
Yes. And I was in the South, so bourbon. You know, there was a lot of bourbon.
The thing about bourbon I always found when I was drinking that it was a bit like whiskey and a bit like candy to me. Do you know what I mean? It was a very sweet whiskey.
True.
I'm used to my whiskey being kind of
Yeah, the hardcore. See, I was girly. I was a little girly, so like rum and coke. I mean, you name it, I pretty much drank it. Mint julep. I was in the South.
I like them. Yeah, they were lovely.
Yes.
Do you know what I didn't like? I never drank the tequila.
Tequila is messy.
Well, that's what I. It is.
I cannot believe we're having this conversation.
No, it's true.
Oh,
well, I always thought, look, either take drugs or drink, but don't, you know, if you put them both together, that's when you've got tequila right there. It's
pretty
drugs
much.
and alcohol right there in the same thing.
It's like, it's very messy. And
yeah.
I mean, we should just say that we're talking about this alcohol now with great relish.
Yeah, with relief.
Because we are alcoholics, okay?
Yeah.
Don't anyone get confused. Craig and I are not going to go have a drink.
Oh, right.
I
thought where this was headed. No, I know. But they have a phrase for it, don't they? It's called euphoric recall.
Yes.
And the euphoric recall is that you euphorically recall what it was like when you were out there.
And it is exciting.
It's exciting for a little while, and then there's jail and Tijuana.
Absolutely true. Absolutely. Then the rest comes back, like the downfall of it all.
But why do you think people are so fascinated with it? I mean, because do you think it's because they want to see vulnerabilities in stars? Is that what it is?
I absolutely think that there is definitely that element of rejoicing in other people's pain, but I also think that culturally that we're struggling with it as a culture, with addiction, with disease. Is addiction disease? Is it not? Should we blame the person? Should we not? You know, and I think in a way it's good. It's good to talk about it. It's good to get like the Intervention. I don't know. Do you ever watch Intervention?
No, it's good.
Oh my God,
really?
It's great.
Yeah, what happens?
They do interventions
on
television.
No.
Craig, it's fantastic.
No, I could never be part of that.
It's very serious and great. It's like real documentary.
What, like Project Runway? As serious as that?
A little bit more.
Really? They actually do an intervention?
They do.
I don't know if that should be televised.
Well, that's a good point.
Thank you.
I feel that it is kind of educational because they have people with all different, like gambling addiction, eating disorder, and you really see it's not glamorous. It takes away this weird tabloid element of like, oh, it's glamorous to fall out of your car. You know, it's not glamorous to fall out of your car.
No, it's not.
You know, even if there's a bunch of paparazzi standing there taking pictures of you, it's really not glamorous.
It's not glamorous. You're wearing a kilt. You're not wearing underwear underneath.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a bad thing. We're done. We're completely out of time.
No.
Yeah, no. I feel terrible. Is there anything we can do? There's nothing we can do.
Oh, wait, let's stay for Joel McHale. I love him.
Okay. Yeah, all right. You can stay. We'll be back with Joel McHale. Lovely Kristin Davis, everybody.